Hey there, Mission Control. It is a gorgeous day outside. It's February, late February. It should be snowing, and usually we're like 12 degrees Fahrenheit. It's like 46, 47 degrees out right now, Fahrenheit. Absolutely beautiful. And today we are going to be getting the tractor in, put a tie-down strap on this to help keep it more secure. But what I want to do, get the tractor in here, do some lifts with it, see how the dynamics are of this thing moving, and we're probably going to add some more tie downs to it to really secure it in place. I might end up putting one this way on there as well. But we got the tanks. They're not going to go anywhere because this thing is rock freaking solid. So what I'm really worried about is this way and then this way, like a dog wagging its tail. So I put the strap on here. Looks like I need to tighten it a little bit more. But let's get the tractor in here. We're going to see if this thing works. So here's the real test. Back, all right, so we're at full tilt back. This is a test. Now I'm being a little more mean with it than I want to be when I go out there, because I want to see the dynamics of it. And what I'm seeing is a solution that looks really good. That should have tightened it up, right? It did, but not a lot. Let's tighten that up a little more. But this thing is doing really, really well. I added 3 bungee cords to it. 1 to secure the welder on, and 2 on the side of the welder. So we're going in first gear around this corner because it's rough and muddy. It's the worst part of this trip. And then we've got to angle everything around and get into the trailer here. That's the most dangerous part because we've got to tilt the front. We've got to tilt it up as we lift so that everything goes correctly. We'll start coming back. It's about saving time here. Disconnecting, moving, resetting, moving the welder back and forth between the shop and out here is just not an option when we're coming down to time savings. And what's in the old bank account here remaining, we've got to start getting stuff done a little more efficiently. There we go. Time to unload. Huh? How about that? It's like it was designed for that. So I'm not going to be removing the welder from, or I'm sorry, I'm not going to be removing the pallet. We're not going to be jerking that in and out here. There we go. 1 welder on location. I'm really impressed with how that sled turned out in the carrier. I'm very, very happy with it. That thing barely moved at all when I was bringing it out here. I mean, had it in low, or first gear, not first low. I didn't put it in first low until the very end there, but had it in first gear, just took my time coming out. The tanks barely did this. The welder didn't even move. The thing didn't shift forward and back. The bungees were nice and tight. The tie-on was nice and tight. Everything was working really, really, really well, and I was very happy with the load and unload up into the trailer. Can you make something work from a bunch of junk around your house? You sure can. It's a good argument to always keep the stuff that you can, you might be able to reuse it, so keep it around. Hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to hit thumbs up on this video and hit subscribe. Don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. I'm gonna get to work. I gotta test this thing out and see if the welder actually works now that we have the gas out here. So let's see how that goes. Already liking it way better. Metal. Generating my total. Deciding how to cut this. The game plan was plasma cutter would be good, but then we found out it was a SIP. Didn't know that. And we had it on 240 volts. Which is way overkill. But we learned quickly here at TheRealMartian. So we have this huge gap, totally not good. Up here, oh, you can't see that because they're zoomed in. So I'm gonna play around here and see if I can't fill in some of that gap, which I've been getting better at doing. Well, that's not overly great. Once we decided not to use the plasma cutter, we went with the Sawzall, and that's obviously the clean way to do it. We just used the plasma cutter to put in a corner on the additional cuts. So it's a lot smoother, and you can see that edge there, how much nicer it is. But that thing's tacked up in there right now. And I don't think I'm not gonna do full welds. Well, I don't know. I was able to put a bead all the way across on the top and the bottom, and I got, what is that, 2/3 of this side all filled in. This size gap is just too big. It's what is that, almost a 1/4 inch, a little under. And this gap over here is also fairly large. I got some tack welds on it, but shaking the whole trailer. This is in there good enough. And what I'm gonna do, because the other side is gonna be a lot cleaner. This is a learning mistake on my part. So we're gonna fill that, get some filler, and then, do I have it? Oh, it's just too far. Oh, it's just too far. Got something in there that can extend my reach. See if I can extend my reach. Come on, come to me. So close. And I go right in there. So, just like that actually. Just like that. Pretty nice. Ooh, almost stayed. We got a magnet. Maybe that magnet will hold it. Maybe it'll hold it in place. Not guaranteed. It is aluminum, but I was hoping, there we go, just like that. Okay. So when I first got the trailer, I thought they would have used aluminum on the side, and I was totally wrong. It's sheet metal, and just threw a magnet up on there. It's like, oh, in fact, there's a magnet right there. Whoop. With lots of grinder stuff on it, man. Look at that. That is so cool. Can you guys see that? Look at all those little metal flakes on there. So it is sheet metal, and then we found out it was a SIP as well. So our frame idea is still going to stay the same. We've, kind of what did we learn here? We had used the plasma cutter, but then we cleaned it all up. We got the Sawzall out and got a nice straight line, which you can see right here, way straighter. And that welds very, very nicely. We're gonna have to use a little bit of filler on this mistake door that we made, but as you can see, we cover up all the issues. So once we rivet this all into place, life is gonna be pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with that. That looks like it almost belongs there. I've got the upper one to do, then we got to cut out the other side, and then we got to mount everything in here as well. So we'll get that in another video. But I really appreciate you guys following along. It's been an interesting and fun journey going here and learning all this stuff and writing it all down. We're updating all of our drawings. to compensate for the things that we're learning. So I'm really happy with the welding cart today. The gas shielding works great. I love it. I don't know how I ever welded ever without gas shielding. It is just fantastic. I love it. Can you tell I love it? No, seriously. This is looking good. We've got a lot of paint and cleanup work to do. And there is a plan to make this whole thing look really pretty when we're all done and take care of all this stuff. So you'll see that in the future. So don't jump ahead. We'll get there. Thanks again for following along. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Ring that little bell so you get notified. Don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram so you can see some more up-to-date, real-time stuff going on. In the meantime, everyone, this is The Real Martian. Out.